What's up, meatbags? It's the often imitated, never duplicated, slightly late, but always great Tony TGD. And of course, I'm joined by the one and only Hammock Man. What's good, Hammock?
Oh, just made it to the end of my weekend. Unfortunately, got to go to work tomorrow, but had a great couple days off. I'm ready to dive back into this slopes video.
Yeah, we're going to dive right in. We're not going to waste any time. I was going to ask Hammock how his weekend was. We were going to have the usual back and forth conversation, but Sidekick Max came home late. He's still not home. I'm waiting for him. So we're going to try to get through this, and if he pops in, I'll pop out, take care of the dad thing, leave Hammock Man alone, let him flounder around a little bit on his own, and then I'll come back, and we'll carry on. We ready to do this?
Let's do it.
All right. We got Tommy Tellerico here. We're at 2 hours and 30 minutes. I checked. It is where we left off. We got to put it at 1.5 speed. We actually made some good headway last stream.
Yeah, we did.
Previously shown off Sideswiper's game, by the way. Kara Aka, who has already left the company, tells us why the system is so important to her. Tommy then continues to show off.
And the new game is called Intellivision Spades.
Before the dev takes over and calls it
Monster Spades.
We then...
Yeah, how did they fuck that up?
I don't know. I don't remember ever hearing about that, honestly.
Yeah, we all missed it because Tommy does say Intellivision Spades, and then it is called Monster Spades. I think we all just like zoned out. But Slopes picked that up. That was a good one. I missed it. Everyone missed it.
Get another look at Breakout and Missile Command. Another new game is shown off, and hilariously, it's called Liar's
Missile Command right here. I talked about this before. Hold on.
We then get another look at Breakout and Missile Command.
All right. So we got two sets of cities shooting at each other, shooting at the middle, right? The original guy who developed Missile Command, when he developed Missile Command, he had one stipulation for the game. Do you know what that stipulation was?
I do not.
His stipulation was that you could never shoot missiles at another player. That's why Missile Command is a single player experience.
Yes.
You're defending a city. It's supposed to be about defending a city versus the inevitable nuclear end. He actually said he had nightmares that nuclear missiles were in his dreams, that he had nightmares of waking up in the little Terminator fence scene before Terminator existed. Yeah, that's how bad it was. And he said that he never wanted Missile Command to ever have a mode where missiles were firing at each other, that you were firing missiles towards each other. So this spits in the face of everything that man wanted for the game. Bravo, Tommy. Bravo.
Good job.
Phil Adam invited Sidekick Max over to play the Amico. Oof.
Oh, no.
Command. Another new game is shown off, and hilariously, it's called Liar's Dice. Fox and Forest is getting remade into Finnegan Fox. You got Evil Knievel, Bomb Squad, Space Strike looks to be a fun little game shown off here for the first time. The previously talked about auto racing is now Nitro Derby. An exclusive version of Rigid Force Redux is shown off. Skiing is here, as is Moon Patrol, and finally we get to see the game that made me want to pre-order the system, Earthworm Jim 2.
Did you catch that?
The game that made him want to reorder the system or order it was Earthworm Jim 2.
Are you watching the screen by any chance?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you missed it because
I didn't see. I saw a group of people talking, and then
That's not what I was talking about. Boom! That's what it is right there. That text is literally on the screen for a fraction of a second. Because he says the game that made me want to play Earthworm Jim 2. He goes, not, and it says, as in Earthworm Jim 2 TOO, not Earthworm Jim number 2. Of course, I already know that Earthworm Jim 2 exists. Thank you very much, comment section. That text exists for half a second. Like, I'm going to play you. It's on 25% speed.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Jim 2.
Wow.
That's
I missed
how fast
that.
it is. Even at 25% speed, it's a blink and you miss it.
He said he likes doing that.
That's how good my eyesight is. That's why I'm so good at video games. That's why I could beat Castlevania 3 in one day.
Mm-hmm.
Son of a bitch! You see what you made me do? I hit the wrong thing. God damn it! I pulled the Tony. Hold on.
We started at 2:30. We're already that far into it.
No, I when I hit the settings button, I accidentally hit like the 3:30 button.
Oh.
Where are we at? Damn, we're not even that far in.
Mm-mm.
Cringe. Now let's just go back.
Really, Tommy? This what?
No, we're not even that far. Damn it.
We're not even that far.
Yeah, we're
That's what
like
I'm
a
saying.
minute.
I didn't think we were that far. We're like 30 seconds.
Fuck us. All right. He did capture the Earthworm Jim.
So, and finally, we get to see the game that made me want to pre-order the system, Earthworm Jim 2.
Hey, no, son of a Ruby.
Now, did you see the spaceship thing disappear?
Yes, because that's like a different thing, right?
Yeah, because this is an animation, and that was
Yeah.
a different animation. That was the telltale sign. When we pointed it out, they fixed it and animated the extra layer, so it stays there. This is the original footage. This is not the re-uploaded one that had the spaceship things to sit there. And I don't even think that's Earthworm Jim moving in all due reality. Because I think that's the exact same run cycle. I think it's the background that's moving and not Earthworm Jim.
Yeah, I could see that.
Without a doubt, this was the announcement that stole the show. Because 5 days later, that same teaser got its own upload and it completely surpassed the views of the previous video within only 24 hours. With so much buzz around one game, of course, an Earthworm Jim themed console was
Wouldn't
also
that be
teased.
something?
Who wants to place bets as to whether this
It would be something. But it was something that never happened.
Yeah.
Is it too
What is
loud?
that pine pot sign on the side there that I always?
You don't know what that
pine
is?
Pot.
Oh, you're just hand in your gamer card.
I will. I
Haven't
don't
you ever played
recognize it. What is it from?
Streets of Rage?
I have, but I don't remember that in that.
That's the background sign from Streets of Rage.
Oh, okay. Yes. All right. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
It's literally like, I think, in the first screen.
I remember. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why I was thinking. I don't think I'd ever really. I never was it from the first one. I didn't play a lot of the first one. The second one was the one I play a lot of.
I like the first one better. Second one's okay. I didn't like the. They took out Adam. That was the one I used.
Yeah, they put in Skate.
Yeah, Skate was
Trash.
Max was all right. The little wrestler guy.
Yeah, I liked him. I liked playing with him.
Tommy says Slopes told me there's messages all over the music video he made of my song. Yeah, there's messages everywhere. There's like hidden details all in the video. When it says it's all right,
watch it.
I didn't know either.
Good.
Blinded would have known this. That's why he's the best nerd.
was ever mentioned again. In a now privatized interview with Murray NJ08, he admits that the Rigid Force Redux footage from the recent Amico showcase was taken from other trailers. However, Evil Knievel and Nitro Derby is taken directly from the system itself. Really, Tommy? This wobbly, obviously VR footage is taken directly from an Amico? And then he also confirms that J. Allard is still with.
You see the little Willy Wonka inside the PSP?
Oh, yeah. Good eye.
The company. The next day, Tommy does his first interview with YouTuber The Retro Bro. A fishing game is teased. Somehow PlayStation 5 did not make the finalist for Gamescom's Most Wanted Tech Award, but Amico did. It didn't win. That went to the Xbox Series X, which is completely understandable, but still, an odd final lineup. The developer sizzle reel section of the recent Amico showcase was, for whatever reason, getting its own upload, as does the Astro Smash footage. Someone said they like playing Splatoon with their wife, and of course, Tommy replied that they've been talking about a Splatoon-like game for the Amico and a Flying Tigers-like.
Splatoon.
I didn't know that. I did not know that he was talking about Splatoon. What a liar, man.
Well, he said a Splatoon-like game.
Yeah, like the Amico could do anything like that.
Sure. I'm sure.
Like a
Like
real
the
shit
first?
version.
Yeah, like with water guns. Isn't that what he said about
You ever-
Contra? We have Contra, but with like water guns.
Yeah. Splatoon is fun. I like Splatoon. It's a unique take on the shooter genre. It's good.
I've never actually played it.
It's fun because like a big part of you've probably seen it. Like a big part of it is just painting the map, trying to like take over territory, but you can still kill people. So it's kind of like a two-prong attack approach. It's fun.
Yeah.
Game 2, the breakout segment gets re-uploaded. He continues to confirm that they have Jay Allard on the team on a podcast.
We got the guy who, helped create the Xbox, Jay Allard.
Arc Electronics take over as the main manufacturer of the Amico due to a suspended, unknown, and unconfirmed fallout with the previous manufacturer. Keep in mind, people, that the original launch day was less than a month away. He continues to confirm that Jay Allard is still at the company as we move into October,
And it's interesting, Jay Allard, who works with us.
and then confirms that on
Who the hell's June? I don't think I've ever watched this interview. But I'm assuming that's
Who is that? Someone's grandma filling in?
one of their moms or one of their wives.
Yeah.
I don't think it's one of their
She's, like,
wives because
popped in,
it's in a different room.
Yeah, dude, that's weird.
So oldly. Just June. Viking
Jeff,
stew.
have you come get dinner, Jeff?
I still want to play Flying
Vikings.
Tigers. I also do.
Yeah.
I bet June's pimp slap goes hard. Probably does. She looked like she ain't playing. She's the only one with a critical eye. She's like, Viking stew. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Why
Yeah.
are you letting him talk? This boy.
She's got massive resting bitch face.
Let's not. Come on. Let's not go there. We don't know who June is. She might be a nice lady. I just found it weird.
No, resting bitch face is not a bad thing. A lot of people have resting bitch face. It doesn't mean that she's mean.
On top of the 6 packing games, when you set up Wi-Fi, you'll get yet another game for free.
And this was, by the way, I want to give credit where credit's due. This was something that came from Jay Allard, where Jay said, "Why don't we give someone a free gift for setting up the Wi-Fi?"
So is that the 6th game?
I can neither confirm nor no. It's I'll say this: it's not the 6th game. That's not to say it couldn't be the 7th or the 8th or the 9th. No, who knows?
There she goes. She's laughing.
She's like, this motherfucker's crazy. He's giving away 9 games just for setting up the Wi-Fi. June's hot.
June's hot.
June is my mom.
Oh, sorry, dude. She's got the Karen cut.
June is like, what the fuck? Why am I here? Yeah, exactly.
And finally, he confirms that another demo game will be dropping onto the Amico app on the 10th of the 10th, 2020, which, as already discovered on Atari Age, was going to be Breakout. However, this never happens. They just really do love to miss that date, don't they? But credit where credit is due, the Breakout demo did eventually make its way onto PC, and it's really, really not that bad. Now, first off, let's get the obvious out of the way. I'm playing this with a mouse, not an Amico controller, and I struggled to see how this would ever play better than the quick swiping of a mouse moving up and down, or possibly better, a mobile phone or a tablet. Either way, as stated, this was one of the most anticipated Amico titles, and it delivers. I really don't see what else they could be doing with this IP. I think Choice Provisions have done all they can. The music sounds good and works really well with the bouncing of the ball. Of course, we only have a super small chunk of gameplay here, so I would only assume that later levels or worlds would not only sound different, but they would also look different too. Kind of like the Lumines series of games. I really don't know what else there is to say about this game. It's pretty, it's good looking, and it is fun. But it is just Breakout. So, moving on. Best Buy get announced as a distributor on the day of the system's original release date. Yet another investor-like pitch video with uplifting piano music drops. Honestly, very little is added here. It mostly goes into the detail of the system itself and how they came up with the shape and what have you. It even includes Arc Electronics, the new manufacturer too. And weirdly, the second half of the video tends to focus more as an infomercial for Arc Electronics.
Yeah, I think that's how they got the good deal. Tommy Khan, these guys, was like, hey, we have a huge YouTube audience, and we're just going to let you basically put an infomercial for your manufacturer.
Yeah.
Yo, is Miss Click Prego? I don't know. No idea. June has that WAP. Come on, guys. Leave June alone. Jesus Christ.
June. Poor June. Leave that lady alone.
Do you think the people who made the breakout were relieved when Slope liked it? Yeah, I think they were. I mean, it's not bad for what it is. It's one level. I played it. It was decent. I don't see how. I mean, they showed off that it was supposed to have like 100 levels. I just don't see it. It's like.
What, that they could make 100 levels or playing it for 100 levels?
Playing it for 100 levels. I'd just be like, this is enough breakout for it one day.
Yeah, for real.
I'm not sure if some backhanded deal was made here, but whatever the case, the main takeaway from this is that 2 hours of charge will apparently get you 4 hours of gameplay on the controller. No gameplay footage was shown off here whatsoever.
That's kind of a long charge, no?
2 hours for 4 hours?
Like to have to charge your controller for 2 whole hours?
Yeah, that is kind of long. What was the maximum charge time? Do we ever know what that was for the Amicos? Like what their longest run time was, the controllers?
No, because they never released them. The only person that has it is Mike and DJC. Now they're not telling us.
I thought they said one time something like they said like it could go for like 5 hours or 4 hours if it was like really being heavy use. Because I thought I remember making a video saying like what game would be like light use.
Well, he said 4 hours, but I think light use would be not like the rumble and the lights and everything. I don't fucking know. There's so much unknowns with this thing, so many variables. I mean, we've seen them supposedly at all the events. They had to keep recharging the controllers, so that tells you.
Yeah, they had a lot of problems with that. I remember.
So, I mean, I don't think you can take their word for it. I need to get DJC and Mike on the payroll, be your inside source. Well, no, they don't like us. How many Amigos does DJC have? 2 at least that I've seen.
Yeah.
He showed off 2 shells and 4 controllers. My theory is that the first Amico that they sent him probably had some games that didn't work, and they just sent him a second one because it was easier than trying to update it remotely.
Yeah.
We're like, Chuck, you need to plug it into the Wi-Fi, the Ethernet cable, Chuck. Oh fuck, he fucked it up again. You know what? Just send him a second Amico.
One.
Send him another Amico. He keeps singing on the damn phone. Just send him the second Amico.
So I really do struggle to see what this is for. Still, whatever, the same day, they uploaded yet another sizzle reel on the official YouTube channel. We get to finally see gameplay footage of a few games that have only previously been mentioned, along with a couple more games for our list, including a Care Bear title.
Care Bear Care Carts. Look at that.
Is that one of those free ones?
Yeah, one of those free
play
games.
online? What a scam, dude. Just filling it up with bullshit that you can play online for free.
What the hell does it say right here at the bottom of the screen? Something. Some tiny.
Hold on,
words.
I can almost see it. I'm trying to zoom in on it. Oh fuck! It's hard to. I can't read it. I almost can't. Something build, development build, development build.
Development build. Yeah, they're trying to pass it off as this was the development build of this game. Good eye.
And Brain Jewel. Tommy then claims to be
Wait, there was something on the brain.
previously been mentioned, along with a couple more games for our list, including a.
Oh, by the way, Shark, it went through at least 3 different graphical styles. Like they
Really?
changed the way. Because remember, at first it looked like Bruce from Finding Nemo, and it had like the Finding Nemo.
Oh yeah,
looking-
yeah.
Care Bear title, and Ranger.
Character text goes here. Character text goes here. They showed this off in an official sizzle reel. Like
Jesus Christ. How
Like
hard would it be to make them say something instead of character text?
Because it was unfinished. Like they were so desperate to just have something for the sizzle reel that they're just like, "What do you got? Oh, we got this unfinished game. Fuck it, give us something real quick. Give us like 30 seconds of it.
Jeez.
We need like 5 seconds of footage. Just slap it in there."
Sadness.
It is. And this game is just a reskin of another game that already existed. It was Einstein's Brain Duel.
Yeah, yeah. I remember that.
Tommy then claims to be working with the Dr. Seuss estate to create a game based on the classic children's books. Once again, Tommy jumps onto the Retro Bro channel, a YouTuber who he has now become very good friends with and who becomes one of Tommy's biggest supporters.
Becomes the official home for Amico News.
Why
As excited as I am,
Yeah.
as on board as I am with this concept, I'm not doubting you at all, Tommy. But I am very worried about release dates. Do you feel like that April is definitely going to happen, or do we need to maybe check our expectations a little?
Yeah, no. As of right now, everything's absolute go for delivery in April.
Everything is absolute go for delivery in April.
This is the first appearance of Cyrus, isn't it? In this?
No. In the video, yes, but not
Yeah.
as far
Not as a shill.
as far as the timeline. He was already. That's why he's wearing the Night Stalker shirt and everything.
Yeah.
But how do you say this? How do you say this with a straight face? He just lied to these two gentlemen. Just lied, because we know it doesn't. It doesn't make it. It doesn't, and it's not even ready. It's 2023, and they're still testing it. They're testing it with DJC and Mullis in 2023.
You can't think about Tommy as like the way you would think, or like a normal person would think, or like how could he do this? It doesn't, to him, he doesn't even fucking have feeling or empathy towards these people at all. He's just like, this is completely a way that I can just say whatever the fuck I want to say here to try to get more people on board, and then eventually I'll just come back and make up some lies and bullshit later to cover my ass. Well, it didn't happen, guys. COVID, and but he doesn't care.
It is so sad. I like Cyrus and I like John. I get along. Well, we sort of get along. Me and John sort of get along.
Yeah, y'all kind of do.
But I like Cyrus, right? So it just hurts, and it's like how like he lies to you, right? And then like it doesn't happen, and then why does nobody go, what happened, Tommy? You were on track. That means everything was ready to go, right? If you go, well, we didn't have parts. Okay, so the rest of it's ready, right? Oh, no, the rest of it's not ready. Why is the rest of it not ready if it was ready fucking months ago, right? Like,
I think it was like a lot of it too. Like, I think it was just they didn't want to, like, they were on that side. Like, they were becoming friends, like Cyrus and Retro Bro and these people. It's like if you would to like deviate from that and get pissed off, then not only, I mean, you see what happens when any of them like turned, they got booted from the club. So you would lose your friends, you would lose access to Tommy, you lose everything if you like started to question it.
Just, I don't know. The disconnect, the mental gymnastics you got to do. I'd be exhausted. That's probably why they were cranky. I'd just be exhausted.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The hate continues as more YouTubers jump on board and Tommy himself to fight against Pat and Ian.
Because of his experience in putting on live music events, he knows that lighting is important, so that's why there's going to be lights on the television. I don't. There's no. You look at that correlation there. I'm not finding it. I'm not finding why A leads to B. That's very, very strange to me.
I don't understand why Pat feels the need to continue to rail on this.
And they weren't even railing on it at that point.
No, they were just. It was content, dude. It was like content for them to make. It got views too. This was getting a lot of clicks.
Yeah, but I'm saying it was just like, hey, they got lights. Why? Like, right? Even we question, like, okay, you got lights, but you don't need 46 lights, Tommy. Why not just put a tube with one?
Yeah.
Right? Amico on track until that line of coke to reel the train. Andy wants us to bring back June.
We got to find out who June is. We need to figure that out.
Apologize. You need to send her a letter and be like, "We're sorry, June,
Yeah.
that you became the focus." Whatever you need. Look at that over there.
Oh, Maxie.
Back when he was skinny 3 years ago. Now he's a little tubby.
The big part is that those people who may think that way are against the people who do like it. Look, if you don't like it, that's fine. Move along. But to go after
If you don't like it, just move along. Stop telling people all the things that are bad and stop pointing out all the flaws. Yeah. Just move. Please stop.
Move along. Nothing to see here. Move along.
People who like it as dummies, as idiots, as just 50-year-old losers, white guy, whatever.
Loser.
I don't remember ever calling him
50. Who the fuck was? Who was 50 that was hating on this shit?
No, he was saying that that's what we were calling them. That we were saying they were losers.
Oh.
They were 50. They were white guys.
Gotcha. All right.
Right? Mm-hmm. Then you have to take a look in the mirror, my friends, because you're actually the one with the screw loose. Look, you want to say something bad about me or Amico? At least have the nuts, the balls, to say it to my face as another person. Like,
I had the balls, but you didn't want to come back, Tommy. You ran away.
I would have. I'd love to say it to your face.
I'm sure you're watching, Tommy. You got my Discord. You can hit me up right now, and I'll bring you on the show.
We got the nuts, yo.
Yeah, I mean, I could send him a message right now. Should I send him a message?
Do it. Tell him we got the nuts. Say we got the nuts, yo. Get your ass on here.
Let me see, Tommy. He's offline. He's offline.
All right, I'm going to mute my mic for a second because I got to pee, and I don't think you guys want to hear that.
We want to hear it.
But I'll be watching.
When his bicep says, do it. Yeah. So many lies he told Slopes that wasn't addressed. We'll get to that. We might even do a victory lap of all the interviews that are left, addressing all the lies. Who knows? There's still lots of Amico content to mine. How can we hear you pee? Are you streaming from the bathroom? He's got the little clip-on microphone. Just takes it with him. Unlike Tommy, Tony created something and became successful. #_subreddit. That's right. And the underscore subreddit took over the regular subreddit. And the regular subreddit has been shut down. So, no hot mics. There it is. We got him on the hot mic.
I'm here.
We got the hot mic. We heard that.
Just let me know when it's here.
All right, baby.
You don't have to call me baby, but whatever. Everyone wanted to know. They said, how are we going to hear you pee? Were you streaming from the bathroom?
Yeah, I saw my Bluetooth mic and I had my phone. I thought you were going to start playing the video again, so I was going to watch.
No, I didn't want you to accidentally drop your phone in the toilet. And he's gone. Just like that. Dropped it right in the toilet. Andy, like when he said Amico RFID tech is so much better, that shit hasn't changed in years. I bet he doesn't even know what RFID is. He probably doesn't. Wife got jealous. There he is.
Yeah. Fuck me, man.
Phone already dropped. Wife got jealous when you call him baby. That's what it was. Hold on. Now my child is home. I'll be right back. I'm going to mute my mic. You're in charge.
Uh-oh. All right. Well, I can't play the video. I knew this was coming, so we'll just chat. If you guys want to talk, we can. I can respond because I don't really have much control here on the video. But yeah, this is glorious. What do you guys? So how's it going, everybody? Talk to me. Give me something here to respond to. Come on, don't leave me hanging. I got nothing I can do. How many games have you beat this year, Hammock? So I've beaten 4. And I just finished a video that's going to be uploaded onto the Geek Getaway of my second game I beat, but then I've beat 2 more since then. I've got my next game that I was going to beat. I popped it in last night to see if it would work. It's the Sesame Street game with the count, something countdown. And I looked at YouTube and it looks like that game can be beat. So that will be the next game that I beat. Let's see.
Oh my God! Why did I come back to hear you talking about how the Republican Party is going to win the next presidential election?
Oh my God! They told me to seize that empire from the Frog King, Hammock man. Seize it. Spy versus.
Yeah, I see. The Frog King is off the throne. The empire is there for the sacking. No.
Do I think I can get June on the show? I was answering the question of how many games have I beat this year.
It's time for a coup, huh? I've played Hogwarts Legacy. It is fantastic. Fantastic. You know what I've been playing lately, Hammock Man?
What's that?
The new Midnight Suns game. It's from the same guys that made XCOM. It's like a Marvel strategy game. And it is fucking fantastic. I played it all yesterday. Yeah.
I was telling them that I was playing the Sesame Street Countdown game yesterday to see if it was something that could be beat, and it can be beat. So that will be one on the list.
How do you beat that?
Well, you have to you spin a dial, and it's like a numbers 1 through 10. You jump up and hit the number, and then you have to walk through the stage and jump and count the numbers that match that. So it's like if it's a 10, there'll be like a 10 floating there, and you got to jump up and touch it. It's literally just there's like a few levels that you just got to walk through to the end and find the different numbers, and then you beat the game. It counts.
It counts.
So,
all right, let's get back to the video.
Let's do it.
Who you really are, right? Anyone else? Your opinion doesn't matter. You don't get a seat at the table, and you're a cat.
This is the 4GQTV YouTube channel, an interview where he teased the possibility of having games come inside of Hot Wheels cars, the same way that Amiibos work, I suppose. Also, they're working on getting a Gauntlet license too, and Dragonfire, and a bubble shooting game similar to Bust a Move. Anyway, time for some...
Bust a Move is fantastic. I love it.
Yeah, it's a great game.
And I don't think this has been addressed. At least it's not addressed in the Slopes documentary, and we haven't said it in one of the many live streams that we've done on the Slopes documentary. But when Tommy was talking about he's going to market this to mobile gamers and stuff, right? One of the questions I had for him was, well, do you have equivalents of those mobile games, right? You know, Candy Crush is really popular. You know, you don't got a Candy Crush game. You don't got a Words with Friends game, right? Like you're after the market, the mobile game market, and the most popular mobile games, you do not have an Amico equivalent. So how are you going to get that market, right? How would you ever get someone to say, hey, stop playing Candy Crush, instead play Biplanes, right? Like, no.
Yeah. There's nothing that's not similar. It needs something like puzzle games and shit. Like some kind of Bejeweled game or something would be easy to do.
Yeah, or Columns or like a Tetris,
mm-hmm.
right? Like those are the things that are going to get people to go, oh, I could stop playing on my phone and I'll play on the Amico.
Exactly.
It's a similar experience, but.
And those are easy fucking games to make and program.
Hey, you're making the frogs rainbow?
Alex Jones material.
All right, yeah. One is biceps wants to know: have you ever folded anyone in half?
Me personally, I've never technically folded anyone in half, but I have beat some ass before when I was younger.
We all did stupid things when we were younger. I remember one time I was at work. I used to load trucks, and we had these like flatbed trucks.
Mm-hmm.
So when you put stuff on it, the truck goes down, because it's got the the suspension, so it goes down a little. So it was only like about, I want to say about like 4 to 5 feet off the ground, right? So I could jump right on right on the truck. When I was a spry young lad. Well, the dude on the truck that was loading it was talking mad shit. Just mad shit. So I jumped up on there and I grabbed him by the throat and I hung him over the thing.
Damn.
I was like, why? Like looking back, I'm like, damn, they should have fired my ass. I'm holding him and he's holding on to my arm so I don't drop him. I'm like, see, this is what happens when you talk shit, right? Like you think that I wasn't going to do nothing. You didn't think I was going to be able to jump on the truck, grab you before you could get away, right? Like this teach you a lesson. It was a little guy. It wasn't like it was a big dude. So,
oh, of course not. Take down the little guy.
Yeah, I used to have a temper. I did. I dangled him like Michael Jackson dangled that baby.
Blanket.
No, I did it like Suge Knight did.
Blanket.
Yeah, I did like Suge Knight did to Ice. What's Vanilla Ice? Signed a contract. Held his ass over.
More investing, as Hans and Tommy apparently
did 3 presentations over 5 hours. 25 successful and smart multimillionaires, and all 25 people wanted to invest. I'd say it was a pretty successful day.
This is technically not a lie. You know that, right?
Did 3 presentations over 5 hours, 25 successful and smart multimillionaires, and all 25 people wanted to invest. Okay. That really happened?
Oh, this really happened. Tommy and them really had a presentation at the yacht club, the Monaco Yacht Club. They had a little presentation thing. And they did 3 presentations. It was over 5 hours. All that's correct. There was 25 people that were multimillionaires because the event was for all these millionaire rich people to come and see different investment opportunities, right? So they were all there to invest. They were people who wanted to invest. He didn't say they wanted to invest in the Amico.
They wanted to invest.
Because they're investors, and that's what investors want to do, right? They want to invest, not necessarily into the Amico.
That's funny.
Tommy then teases some sort of app that allows you to play music from your phone. I guess that when you plug it into an Amico, it lets you play music through the system, and then the Amico will play a little light show. Okay, let's add it to the list, I suppose. And we have yet another stress test video on Tommy's personal YouTube channel right before my birthday.
I love how he adds that in. Do you think DJC will make a country music song crying about loving his Tommy?
Oh my God.
Amico doesn't. Nah.
I don't know, but if he doesn't, I will. For DJC.
Is Mike Mullis still bug testing? Technically he is. I don't think they're actually bug testing. I don't think they're doing any real testing. I think they just gave it to him and said, "Here, shut up. Leave us alone." It's never coming out.
Shut up.
Like,
but I love you, Tony. I love you, Tommy.
They're like, these are the 2 that have the only dirt on us left because everyone else has already flipped. So here, shut your mouths. Slick mouth Tommy. Yeah, exactly. You got to watch. You got to watch these confidence men. As somebody who is experienced in the art of the con, so to speak, you got to pay attention. Sometimes people can lie to you without actually lying, right? They mislead you. They let you fill in gaps, let you believe things, just like he did in that previous example. Would you dangle Tommy over the tailgate if you had the chance? Nah, I wouldn't. Tommy's litigious. Do you think DJC is actually enjoying the Amico? No, because he would be talking about it more. He'd be talking about it on Amico forever. He'd be like a little giddy kid, like, "Oh my god, guys, I really wish I could tell you. I can't wait till like he like literally doesn't want to talk about it because he's probably played it in its ass
because it sucks."
Have you ever wanted something for Christmas? Like you really wanted a game or a toy. You're like, I gotta have this thing, right? Look, it's so fantastic. It's like 50 cars in one, and it transforms, Mom, and it's got lights. And I know it's $100, but just give me this. It'll be the best Christmas ever. Just get, and then you get it, and you're like, this thing is ass. But then you got to go around playing it. Yeah, completely. But you got to go around playing with it, right? Because your parents spent all that money on it, and they know you wanted it, and they think it made you happy, and you got to be like, look at me enjoying my thing that's ass.
See, when that shit happened, I always felt bad. I would feel bad, like if my parents got me something and it sucked, and I would still try to play with it. Like I always felt bad for them. I don't know why, but
because they thought they were doing something nice. They got you the thing you wanted, and it was ass. It's like they want to see the smile and the appreciation for the thing, and you know you don't have it. You're like, I can't even fake it. I can't even muster this fake enthusiasm. It's like, yeah, Mom, it's fucking fantastic. It's great.
That's what I remember my uncle bought me. Like I was pretty much into punk. I was pretty hardcore into punk music at the time, and we went out to eat, and my uncle, who didn't have a lot of money, bought me an REM CD. I had to like pretend that I liked it, but it's like, what the fuck? Why would you buy? You guys don't even know me at all.
Everybody hurts.
I like REM now, but I didn't at the time.
One of my best friends, that was like his favorite band. He was always playing fucking REM music. I was like, I hate this fucking shit. We'd get in the car and that's how he would play. I'm like,
everybody hurts.
Losing My Religion's like the only REM song I like.
Yeah, the Power Glove is a good example.
Yeah, Andy says I played the Amico at one of the events. It was okay, but can't see playing it more than 10 minutes. That's what I'm saying. Like, There's no depth in those games. There's no like. Those like an arcade game is supposed to leave you with the feeling of one more level, right? One more level. And none of the Amico games that they showed gave me the impression that they would give you that. Like I played the Breakout and I wasn't like, oh man, I want to play one more level. It was just like, it was a thing.
Going back to like them playing it and not talking about it, that's what I wanted. That's what I always wanted, was them to come out and have to like live stream this shit for months on end. And just seeing them pretend that they like it. We don't get to see that now. That's all I wanted.
You Super J said Roller Racer looked dope, but I always ground the handlebars into the sidewalk. Yeah. That's Hammock in the corner. That's Hammock in the spotlight, losing his religion. We got to do a karaoke stream one day.
Yeah, we should.
Frogs don't dance. But they sing. They sing.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
Oh my God! How much, guys? $100. You donate $100. I will sing the "Hello, My Baby" ragtime gal frog song.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the end of 2020. A rather rough 2020, if I do say so myself, but that was 2020. 2021 is coming up. We've had a whole heap of games announced this last year. We've had a lot of promises, some broken, some cancelled, some, let's be honest, made up. But like I said, that's all behind us. Now it's 2021. It's the year to release this thing. You've got less than 100 days to get this thing out the door, 92 days to be exact. Let's prove the haters wrong and release the Amico.
Hey everyone, this is Tom.
He did say at one point when he was going over this, DJ Slopes, when he was like discussing the ideas for the Amico, he said at one point he was going to have a counter, like days to release, and then having to keep like resetting it. Like,
oh yeah, that would have been funny. He wouldn't have to keep that going the whole time, but he could have like just kind of like done it every now and then when the date came, and it's like, oh, bud, bump it back up to another 120 days or whatever the fuck it is.
We're only in 2020. Yeah. We're only 2 hours and 40 minutes into this bitch, and we're only at 2020. Condoms suck. Everyone talks them up, but they suck. What? I said something that you got as a present. I don't think you got condoms as a present, I hope.
Condoms.
Here you go, son. We don't want none of them grandbabies.
Here's a box of rubbers.
We're like almost the same generation. We all had that rubber. We kept in our wallet and made a nice little ring.
Oh yeah. I've got to keep this. I'll keep this quiet. There's a story. I went out one time. I went to one time to hang out with these two girls, and before we even started drinking, I reached into my pocket and pulled something out, and fucking rubber fell out of my pocket onto the floor. I ended up hooking up with one of them though, so it worked.
Hell yeah! She saw the Magnum. Yeah. She's like, "Ooh,
boom, baby."
He's like, "Oh, oops! I dropped my Magnum condom from my Mondo Dong."
That would have been awesome. That would actually work if you had like a super XL, like the biggest you could get, and dropped it on the floor in front of people. Oh, whoops!
It would work unless you didn't actually need it. And then she's like, "Why is it so baggy on you?"
Yeah. Yeah, but
hold on, let me tie it up. You're like blowing it up.
At that point,
hold on, let me tie this bad boy.
Yeah, but at that point, you're in, dude. It's too late.
No, it's never too late. She can still be like, yeah, I'm gonna have to pass on this one.
I'm gonna pass.
Michael Town says I wanted a punk CD and my uncle got me condoms. He said you get that Majora Mask style clock resetting. Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
Give your kid the very best this year for Christmas. Give him the gift of safety. Trojans. Trojan man. All right.
Coming from Intellivision, and I wanted to start 2021 off right.
January 1st brings with it yet more gameplay footage of Astro Smash. Soon after, he claims that the Amico is getting a Dark Tower game. Then someone on his Atari Age threads
and golf, especially this one,
says,
"We need movies based on Intellivision games. That'd be so cool. Imagine a Night Stalker movie or an Astro Smash
Ninja
movie.
Kitty.
That'd be something."
I was just about to say, who do you think that is?
Yeah.
Which he replies,
"Funny, you should mention those two. I'll leave it at that."
We're getting Night Stalker movies. Hell yeah.
Smiley face.
Wait, what does this mean? We're now getting movies too?
What would like a Night Stalker movie? I could see right. There's like a maze. There's enemy. But what the hell would an Astro Smash movie look like? Like, would it be like Armageddon, but like instead of one asteroid, we're like blowing up a whole bunch of them?
You could probably do it. I mean, they made a fucking. Did you ever see that Battleship movie?
I've never seen it. I heard of it.
It's not as terrible as people think. They actually did a decent job, like with the way they did it. But I guess it would loosely be based around it. Like they would have it'd have to be like a Armageddon type thing where like they're coming down and we built this thing that can shoot up at them, but it runs along this track or something. I don't know.
And then it just goes 2D. All of a sudden, it just turns into the game.
Yeah.
It makes the noise. Why does it make that noise? I don't know. That's just the noise it makes when we fire missiles.
We didn't plan on it. That's just the noise it makes.
Basically, Armageddon with more Aerosmith. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Haven't seen Battleship, but been collecting the game since they're FPS instead of like board games. Yeah. There's a Tetris movie, but it's not about Tetris. It's about the
story of how Tetris came about. Yeah. That'll be cool, actually.
There's no Phil Adam in it, though, so I don't want to watch it.
Oh, too bad.
Don't want to close my eyes. I just went to Astro Smash because Hyperdrive doesn't do a thing. Real Steel was Rock'em Sock'em. No, it wasn't. Real Steel was not based on Rock'em Sock'em Robots. That is incorrect. Real Steel is based on a Twilight Zone episode of the same name. Did you know
like that movie? No, I didn't, but I did like the movie Real Steel.
Yeah, there's a Twilight Zone episode where it's about robot boxers, right? And what happens is the robot boxer that they have breaks down, and they can't compete. So the guy puts on the robot boxer costume, and he goes in the ring, and he fights the robot. Damn. You don't see any of it. You just see like the everything's in the locker room. So he he goes and competes, and I guess he dies, if I remember correctly. So it's not a happy ending like in the
no.
Real Steel is pretty. It is dope until you ask the question: how did the little boy get the robot inside the little wagon? Because he just shows up and he's pulling the robot, and you're like, well, how did he get it in there? Like he didn't pick up the robot and put it into the thing.
Did you ever play the Real Steel video game?
No.
It was all right. It was kind of trash, but it was kind of fun too.
Happy endings don't exist in the Twilight Zone. There's I think there's like one episode where there's a happy ending. Pretty sure. It's at least one. Twilight Zone was awesome. The old Twilight Zone. The new one got all political. Jordan Peele, I think, is overrated as far as I love his comedy. Don't get me wrong. Key and Peele was an awesome show, but
as a director,
not even a director. It's the writer part. Like he directs fine. Yeah. It's got good direction and it's acted well, right?
Right.
But it's his writing. It's him writing the episodes. Like the movies he wrote were I didn't think they were that great.
Agreed.
Didn't kick the can episode end happy? Yeah, that one ended it more or less happy. All the old people became young except for the one guy who didn't believe. Yeah. All right. Where we at? We got sidetracked. I don't know how we. Oh yeah, Astro Smash movie.
Way in the weeds.
How is the Battleship movie though? Like, do they say like B-10 like fired?
So I can't. I'm trying to remember. Something happens where it's like they don't like.
It's aliens. Isn't it like aliens?
No, there's like something happens like where their radar goes down, and they're having to like, or something like, and they're having to like. I can't remember how it went. Like they're having to like point out there and be like, okay, go with this coordinate or some shit. Like it somehow incorporates it, but I remember. I don't remember it very well, but I remember being like, this is a little better than I was anticipating.
But there is aliens in the movie, right?
Oh yeah, there might be. Like I said, it was a long time ago when I only saw it once in the theater, and I don't remember much about it. But I think you're right. I think there was some kind of alien.
They're tracking the warships with our radar. I'm on the Wikipedia right now. Yeah. If they didn't say you sunk my battleship.
Yeah, the shield. He said Loki said the shield that the aliens placed around the fleet, causes the radar to malfunction. That's it. Yeah.
I haven't seen the movie, but if the movie doesn't have one scene where they fire the missile and it's about to hit the ship, and then like the ship teleports.
My battleship.
No, the ship has to teleport to a new location because you know how you would cheat in Battleship. They're like D10, and then you move your ship. Like, no, it's not in D10.
See, I never played like that, so you cheater.
Honestly, who knows by this point? Ever heard of Pizza Time? According to Tommy, it was a Burger Time spin-off idea that was going to be made for the original system. Brilliantly, he even showed off a little bit of concept art before he stated that he wanted to...
I don't think that's concept art. I don't think that qualifies as concept art. I think that qualifies as concept art for like the logo or the box art, but not concept as far as like gameplay or anything, right?
Right.
To bring it back for the Amico, of course. This is followed by a couple of Bomb Squad promos, possibly Amico's only game that will take full advantage of the Amico controller. And whilst we're here, should we just pump the brakes just a little bit and talk a little bit more in depth about Bomb Squad? You see, Bomb Squad didn't really get much of any coverage after this. The reason for that was because the dev was getting wound up that he couldn't get it to work. Here is the real game on real hardware. This was uploaded as an unlisted video for the Amico team to please fix the issues. However, when the footage got out there, the game instantly got paused, and that was the end of Bomb Squad.
This unedited take is running on Amico hardware to the best of its ability. I put it up to an unlisted YouTube link so it would be easy for the relevant Amico people to see it. It was a reach out to say, hey, code-wise we're good here, but it is not running correctly on the machine. Here are all the takes so you can see what isn't working, which is to say, pretty much all of it. Lag, animation stuttering, missed commands. It was a mess at this period of time. They still used a clip for one of the videos, E3 maybe, which is a bit surprising considering the lag that was clearly present in the wire cut.
No lag.
Perhaps this was the video that officially got Bomb Squad paused. I'm not certain. Oh, and that is an actual controller, not a smartphone.
It's so condescending, the way he wrote that.
Again, this is super sad, as it was one of the more unique ways to use Amico custom hardware in an exclusive way.
Spoiler alert, I heard from a bird that they were stupidly like this is how dumb Tommy and them are, right? That I heard that the boards in Bomb Squad, right? Like these boards here and stuff,
Right.
that they actually used images from the actual Amico guts to play the boards.
Oh,
So
really?
if you can find a copy of Bomb Squad, you can actually see the somewhere in there is the actual Amico board.
What is that on the screen right now?
Well, there's Bomb Squad, but I don't know which one's what's what, right?
Oh, okay.
Sadly, that exclusive hardware, as you can see, left very little to be desired.
Shake it all around, right?
All around and ever. Hold it back up. And then I can pour them out onto the screen like that.
Pour them right onto the screen.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the timeline. Here we have a sneak peek of Finnegan Fox.
Yeah, but Tommy said that was a double entendre. So it's okay.
Peek was sneak peek.
Yeah, because he spelled peak wrong.
Oh yeah. Okay. I didn't even pick up on that, but you're right.
Damn, Tony spoiling all the Twilight Zone episodes. Damn it. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
Spoiler alert.
So those balloons were in Chinese. It was alien technology putting a shield around us, causing the president to malfunction.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Like that video of Katy Perry where she's like, her eye closes and she's like touching her thing and like she malfunctions.
She says she claims that's because like her eyelash got stuck, like it was like sticky, and she's like, it was like stuck up in her.
It might have, but it was just really weird looking.
It was very weird. Or that one where like,
Wendy
what's her
Williams.
name? No, yeah, that one too. But like Hillary Clinton, when she's like on the stage with Bill, and she like looks up, and her mouth's like, oh, like she does this weird ass thing. Like all of a sudden, she looks up, like she's like spasming, and like her mouth is wide open.
Oh,
It's very
she's
bizarre.
all impressed.
Yeah, well, it's weird as shit.
Have you seen the one where she spits up the alien egg?
No.
Yeah, you've never seen it?
Nuh-uh.
Let me see if I can pull it up. She's like takes a drink of something, right? I think it's like a glass of water, and then like you could see something fall out of the glass, like fall into the glass, like
weird. It looks like an egg.
It's like a black thing. I can't find it. Damn it! They must have pulled it off of YouTube. It was one of those
yeah, definitely.
Like Hillary Clinton's an alien. All right, here it is. Let me see. I got it. I got the video.
All right.
The Illuminati's not going to shut us down. We're taking
found
this
it on the dark web.
The darkest of dark webs called YouTube. And here we go. Get ready for it.
Sputum. Oh, go back. Was that like a trick on the light? Was that like a light trick, or
no? You're gonna see it at 25% speed now. Watch.
All right.
It's an egg. It's one of those lizard eggs. She's an alien. It's confirmed. You gotta love that he couldn't just get to the point here, like have the whole.
Yeah,
sequence.
we gotta watch all this shit.
It's dedication. She gave birth. 56K says I'm meeting him. Sorry. That's what I'm saying right there. Look at that reptilian egg right there.
Ew.
Then she drinks it. Nasty.
Ugh. Nasty woman.
There's also a video of Obama where he points and then the next day it rains. I'm not saying it's a coincidence. I'm just saying.
Weirdly, not one comment pointing that out, by the way.
He kind of hinted at the censorship in the comment section.
One of the interesting things to take away from this trailer, about the 30-second mark, is that the controls don't seem to be adding up to what is on the screen. If I slow down the footage and put in some arrows to when I buttons are being pressed compared to what is on the screen, hopefully you will see what I mean. As you would expect, a lot of people brought this up, including, you guessed it, Pat and Ian.
What I think is what's happening is maybe not worse, but still damning. I think the controls are inverted.
Plenty of other people brought this up too, and the theories range from it was laggy, the controls were inverted, or best of all, someone else was playing it and Tommy was just pretending.
This was Leo's moment. This is where he should have showed the Leo 5-hour live stream fucking going through the footage for all the lag.
Yeah. That would have been a nice little chapter for Leo.
This one was my absolute favorite.
If he's playing this footage, Ian thinks he's not. I think I'll say he is. Why are the controls inverted on this controller?
Regardless, something wasn't right here. Thankfully, YouTuber Turbo Joe was the one who came to the rescue with the correct solution, as he played a kid who told him what was really going on in a private conversation.
I inverted the disc, so that when I pushed left, he went right, and when I pushed right, like I did it on purpose, just to see if it, and it's a phony video. It's like they're so caught in my web. It's hilarious. They're just such suckers. They're so predictable.
Caught in his web.
You can just tell he's lying. I can just look at him and just tell that he's lying. He's not looking at the camera. He's all shifty-eyed. Yeah,
that's a Bill Cosby look. That's what Bill Cosby put him. He's got the eyes up.
Pop.
Yeah, that's the look right there. That's the money shot. Do you even prank, bro? Oh, Tommy, he's such a troll. Was Pat trying to debate Larry for 2K at a con? I don't know. It's the first I've ever heard of it. Wouldn't surprise me. By the way, we lost 5 viewers when we went to the Hillary Clinton video. Just saying.
Tommy doubled down on this again in the YouTube USA stream too.
What we did is when we first booted up the game, I switched the controller around and I didn't have the gyroscope on. So when I flipped it, when I hit left, it went right, and when I hit right now, I could have easily just went like this, and like okay, and then fix it and then turn it back. But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna mess with people just for fun because these people who spend their whole lives clicking through every single frame of video and stuff. But I'm like, yeah, let's leave. They're like, oh, should we fix that? I'm like, nah, let's leave it in. Let's mess with people.
And you know what? Let's just give Rich, the host of this show, his due. Yes, I know he has his regrets nowadays regarding his earlier interviews with Tommy, but after this footage was shown, he not only had his doubts, he expressed them publicly and he brought them up directly to Tommy.
Yeah, man, I'm still going to be straight with you. I'm not a fan of what I saw there. So talk to me.
Look at his face. Just
oh no, it's an unfriendly zone.
But let's go back. Look, I want you to watch.
That was great.
Face. Look at that.
Oh,
look at
I
that.
know.
He's smiling. This is for the people watching. Days, not for you specifically, but look at that face.
Okay.
Smiling.
Tommy.
Yeah, man, I'm still going to be straight with you. I'm not a fan of what I saw there. So talk to me and tell me what's going on.
Just my 2 cents.
And he's all glassy eyed now, like, how are you going to do that to me, Rich?
Yeah,
you're supposed to be my
You were
friend.
the chosen one.
At this point, REM, everybody hurts playing.
Yes.
Everybody hurts.
That's perfect, dude. Brilliant.
Brilliant call, Aston. CIA can't have too many witnesses. That's why people left. That's what it was. Oh, I miss Tommy. We all miss Tommy.
Yeah.
Same reason his brain broke when I asked about the NFT stuff.
Yeah.
Look at that. Poor Tommy.
Regardless, inverted controls, lag, whatever the case. Look, if I was a betting man, I would say that yes, this has got inverted controls on, but it also has lag. The real important thing to take away from this is, seriously, Tommy, why would you not just re-record this? If what you are saying is true, why would you want to mess with the quote-unquote haters? The divide you are actively trying to widen is getting so far apart, it's not even funny by this point.
You know what? I'm looking at the controller right now, right? It's missing all the stuff on the controller. We know that when he played the Finnegan Fox later on, and has Finnegan Fox jumping on the controller and has the little zones for the different actions. Remember? There's nothing on that controller.
Could that have been before that shit was added, or was that stuff part of the? I don't know if that stuff was part of the game yet or not.
So he's got nothing. There's nothing on.
He's got his hand kind of blocking it too. Like, why would his thumb be up like that? Does it stay like that with his hand like
Some
covering it?
quotators. The divide you are actively.
Now we can see there's something here, but there's nothing here. There's like it, and there's a little light here. Could it be that he really wasn't playing? And he was doing his best to try to mimic, and that he wasn't mimicking well enough?
It's weird the way he's holding it too with that right hand, like he's trying to cover the screen. Like I've never seen anyone hold a controller like that when they're playing, like with their right thumb way up.
Let's go again.
Lag. The really important thing to take away from this is serious.
So he's got the two thumbs, right? Like he should be using his right hand. I don't know why we're fucking doing the Zapruder film on this shit, but his right hand should be hitting the thumb because his left hand should be doing the dial, right?
Yeah.
See, Tommy, why would you not just re-record this? If what you are saying is true, why would you want to mess with the?
Like you said, like it's not like he's not even resting it. It's almost just covering it.
It's weird.
I think maybe there's evidence that he wasn't playing. Why you do this, Rich? It's secretly a digital camera. Not even a controller's. So what was the thing that was played on at the Amico events? We don't know. No idea. Fake. A SNES and an Amico shell. SNES Junior.
Yeah.
Quote unquote haters. The divide you are actively trying to widen is getting so far apart. It's not even funny by this.
And because if it was upside down, like if the Finnegan Fox was on there, we could tell if it was upside down or not, right? But the fact that there's nothing on there, I don't know.
Point for me.
I mean, it wasn't even lit up. The controller, the little like.
No, you couldn't see anything.
It's just further proof that Tommy, although maybe not intentionally,
I love this Fat Tommy picture.
Yeah, I do too.
Is going out of his way to create two heavily competing groups of people. February continues with a tour of the stupidly big 15,000 square foot Californian office that is virtually empty. Granted, this is primarily due to the lockdowns at the time. However, seeing this gets people more worried than anything else, as it shows that the company are paying for this space at an estimated value.
What the hell was this?
There's a ring light in there, like they're
making videos or something, but
yeah.
This is like an MTV confessional, like they're doing confessional videos. Like, man, I just worked with Tommy like 10 hours. It's the greatest boss ever. It's the greatest boss ever.
The arcade cabinet over there too.
You don't say that, Tony. You're an American. It's SNES. It's SNES. SNES. Not SNES. SNES. So I guess the free game on your birthday is off the table. Nick Richards said it was off the table when I interviewed him. There was one button on the screen, I imagine jump. There was, when they show it off later on, it has a jump button. Because like the jumping is in the middle, and then there's like a quadrant for when you shoot. Because remember, it's all the buttons. The touch screen is all the buttons. And in Finnegan Fox, you got the weather control button, the jump, the attack button, and maybe one more. So there's 3 or 4 buttons you need to play the game.
He was like tapping it with his thumb at the very top of the screen.
Casting lawn chair.
Yeah.
Maybe a porn parody, not Amico being shot to make extra cash. I don't know, but this. I never noticed.
It's a weird room.
It is a weird room.
And
that's
that
where they yell at you.
There waiting.
He's all like, "I just stand here. They just pay me to stand in this room, watch the ring light." I can imagine. Maybe they get yelled at. Also, he looks like he's an ICP fan, because I'm pretty sure that's a Hatchet Man on his shirt.
Or is that a Running Man?
Maybe it's a Running Man. Either way, bad choice. But maybe this is where they yell at you. Like, confess, were you the one leaking information to Tony? They put the ring light.
Yeah.
Of 20 to 50k per month. Still a nice place to store your cars, right? Anyway,
that always looks so fake. Like
20 to 50k per month. Still a nice place.
Right here, like this looks like Tommy superimposed. Like it's like
it does.
Like one of those like old commercials. Like, come down the crazy Tommy's Auto. We got cars. Look at like. Because he looks so tiny compared to this car.
Yeah, he does. I've never seen this video actually where they showed all the cars. I had never seen this this tour.
Cars.
Look at it. It's like Crazy Tommy's. We got cars.
It does.
Cars,
Look at his
cars.
face. It looks like a cartoon or something there.
Yeah, he's like all bright and it looks discolored. It looks weird. I don't know. Crazy Tommy's Auto Body. Come now. Aston says it's an Intellivision shirt. The Hatchet Man's pointed the other way. Well, you can see I'm not a very good juggalo. Tony, please do a part 5. We're not going to make it. We're definitely going to do a part 5.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, it looks like a green screen. That's what I'm saying. What do you got? You got like another hour or you got another half hour?
I can go till... No, we got like 45 minutes. I can go about 10:35-ish.
Right. I always forget because of the stupid time zone. I'm like, it's only 9.
I know. It's later here. It sucks.
Oh, he's in that other time zone.
Right. Anyway, it's been a while, but thankfully Tommy once again teases another game. This time it's Intellivision Soccer, which is going to play like sensible soccer in case you're interested.
Cincy Soccer is awesome.
Review Tech US.
Yeah, but the soccer they showed off did not look awesome. I mean, I know it blew Retro Bro's mind, but it looked like shit. It really did.
Yeah.
Say live stream happened today, and to set the scene, from what I can tell, this was not planned. Rich, as he does, was giving live impressions of the latest Intellivision news. It wasn't particularly favourable, and off the back of that, Tommy quickly contacted him there and then to jump on and hopefully spin the narrative.
Oh, you're calling?
As you know, this whole thing is fairly common practice for Tommy, and what's crazier still is that it was here that he randomly drops that the Amico will be delayed again.
I remember watching this and Tommy's just like, and then the funniest thing about this is, again, I know Slopes doesn't really cover the shills, but Tommy literally says we're being delayed, and none of the shills covered it until the official announcement. It's like, well, literally, even Tommy saying it, words out of his mouth, and they're like, no, we don't believe it.
Yeah. Now, speaking of questions, April, is it going to be delayed?
He's thinking.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hi, my name's Tommy Tellerico. You're probably wondering how I got here. Well, this is a hell of a story, guys.
Yeah.
Yes. What the hell is going on here? The month continues with another partnership. This time it's with Topps, who will be providing digital cards to use on the system. Also, good news, everyone. They now own Intellivision.com. Sadly, what he didn't tell you is that he did lose TommyTallarico.com to a troll who then used it to forward people to the eventual closure and backed up archive of the Atari Age forums, and more recently, the infamous video. The next day, Tommy confirms that the new launch date is now 10/10/2021. Tommy confirms that a music educational game that teaches chords and what have you is not only being worked on, but may be a launch title.
I don't know if it's a troll exactly, if that's an accurate description of the person who owns TommyTellerico.com. I happen to know who that person is.
Oh.
And I wouldn't describe them as a troll, more of a concerned citizen, perhaps.
Really?
Yeah. So it's not me, if that's what you're thinking. If you're thinking it's me, it's not me. I don't want you to get that implication. And me saying it's not me is not me telling you it is me by saying it's not me. I just want to make it clear that it is definitely not me. And I know the more I say that it's not me, the more you're like, oh, it's him. He's the one. But it's not. It's not.
Confirmed it's Tony.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. No, really, Otto from AmicoGames.com is the one who owns TommyTellerico.com.
Oh, you just outed him.
No, because Otto's not his real name. Otto is the name that I made up.
Oh, okay.
When I interviewed Otto, because everyone was like, "Who's the guy from Amico Games? Who's the guy?" Right? So I did a fake interview. I went to like YouTube to a video that was like some guy telling about his experience in Germany in German, and I just recorded the audio. And then I interviewed Otto, and I'd be like, I'd ask him some questions, and I'd be like, but Otto talks it in German, so he's gonna say in German, and I'll translate, and then I would just play the audio, and it would just say funny. Whatever, and then I would just like make some. Fucking someone went in the comment. It was Hans, quote unquote, was in the comments like, "That's not what he's talking about. You're lying." I'm like, obviously you guys don't understand. This was. I had a picture from fucking Google Images of like a guy in an Oktoberfest outfit, and like this is Otto from Amico Games, and like apparently that wasn't enough indication that this was a fake, not real interview.
You have to be a journalist 24/7.
Yeah. It's DJC. He's a super mole.
Oh,
he's undercover in disguise. Undercover. He works hard for his $8.50 an hour. Nolster says Nick Richards was also running his Rad Ride Dude company out of the Amico office. Yes, he was. That is true.
Really?
Yeah.
He's also in chats about bringing an exclusive version of the Great Gianna Sisters to Amico 2. And then in March, we have yet another investor pitch video pop up, although this time it's aimed at angel investors. This one is super interesting as it shows Talarico posting that Jay Allard had been brought on board and how big of a deal it was.
How about the guy who co-founded and co-created the Xbox, right?
I mean, it could have been the other guy. It didn't necessarily have to be Jay.
The other co-founder.
This guy came up with the idea of Xbox Live. He ran a whole division within Microsoft of Xbox for over a decade.
No, actually, if Tommy would have just stopped at co-founder, maybe he could have wiggled out of it. But all the other stuff is 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy doesn't even need to work anymore, but he loves our idea and concept so much that he joined the team and has been making huge contributions.
The SEC's like, in fact, he didn't make any contributions.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Jay Allard, who, again, according to Jay Allard, left the company the previous summer. Here he is saying that exact thing in the GeekWire interview.
Hold on, we gotta go one speed for this one.
All right.
Allard told GeekWire on Monday that he left last summer.
This may not be that big of a deal.
That voice is so sexy. Such a sexy. Yeah, I'm excited just hearing that. I'm a little moist just hearing that voice.
But again,
hey, don't be jealous. All the ladies, they just like the video. They're like, "Oh my god, that's like double."
Ladies love TGD.
Ladies love frogs. That's what I'm saying.
Let me paint the picture. This is an investment video going out to potential investors. And without saying Jay Allard's name specifically, he is definitely hinting to that guy still being on the team. The person who co-created the Xbox is on his team. And, well, just to fan the flames a little more, he also hints that Kara Acker is still at the company too, which, again, she wasn't. That is unless he hired someone new with the same background as Kara Acker.
Our VP of global marketing used to work at Mattel as one of the global brand managers over there, right? And she was in charge of the Disney brand within Mattel. So that's a double bonus there.
Anyway,
it's a double bonus. I don't know how it's a double bonus. So she worked for the Disney princess line. What is that? That doesn't get you anything extra. It's like, oh, now we have that. No, you don't get to have it because she worked on it, right? It's like, how? I don't know, Tom.
It's a double bonus. It's a double bonus because
the SEC ended up sending a letter to
because
that the Little Mermaid is a Disney princess.
She is.
She's got access.
So is Princess Leia. She's a Disney princess now.
That is true.
You know who isn't a Disney princess?
Who?
Tinkerbell. They took her Disney princess status away.
Was she ever a princess?
Yes.
Really?
When the original Disney princess line launched, Tinkerbell was a Disney princess. She was included in the line. She was denoted by Disney as a princess.
Why'd they get rid of her? Because
they then got rid of her and gave her own line called Disney Fairies. And they were trying to spin off like a whole Tinkerbell fairy thing, and that never took off.
Okay.
Don't ask me why I know these things. I just do.
Oh, I won't.
Intellivision, asking for proof of his involvement, which in their defense they did respond to, stating that
Mr. Allard served as a full-time advisor to Intellivision, helping Intellivision in the final stages of Amico hardware development. After this work of his was completed, Mr. Allard ceased serving as a full-time advisor, but has remained available to give advice when contacted by Intellivision. And considering his contributions overall, Mr. Allard has not played a material role in Amico product development. In light of the foregoing, the company has amended the disclosure quoted above to remove the sentence referring to Mr. Allard. The company does not believe that any additional disclosure regarding Mr. Allard would be important to a reasonable investor making an investment decision in respect of FGS.
In layman's terms, basically what they're saying is that even though he isn't technically full-time at the company, he is always there if and when they need him. So he's kind of still working for them. Regardless, they also say that they will remove his name so it doesn't upset any future investors.
But they won't tell past investors, hey, we lied to you.
The next day, Tommy claims that the Amico system has done so well that Amazon had completely sold out of all pre-orders for the system.
They had one available and they sold out. TGD stands for the Genital Destroyer. Tony, thank Gregory daily. I do, because he got me my logo. And he's got great coffee. I hear that, Gregory. Oof. Wouldn't Peter Pan be considered a Disney fairy? Wow. Ouch. He's just a little boy that never grew up. Then he turned into Robin Williams in the Hook movie.
I like that movie.
Then Rufio dies. Spoiler alert, Rufio dies.
Rufio.
That had such a terrible game. It was a decent movie.
On the NES, yeah. That's a shit game.
Directing eager Brits to check out Argos, which, by the way, is still available to this very day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone! Plenty more mini videos pop up, including one that's promoting merch, one that shows a reverse breakdown of the system, and another doing the same for the controller. The Amico is shown off at the National Video Game Museum in Texas, and in a video by Brett Wise, we can see Tommy having issues with the controller's orientation.
And also in the Texas Museum, there's plenty of shills sprinkled into all the shenanigans. The shilnanigans, if you will.
Brett Weiss.
Well, not just, he mentions Brett Weiss's name, but there's other shills in the video.
Tommy confirms that the Amico carry case is now in production and will soon be available for pre-order. Tommy posts on the Still Positive Amico official subreddit that they obviously don't have enough employees, with the announcement of Chuck LaBella joining the team as the VP of Entertainment Acquisition.
We are proud to announce that we have a new member of our team coming aboard in Intellivision, and he's going to be our VP of Entertainment Acquisition.
Here's a question. If Chuck LaBella was the VP of Entertainment Acquisition, who was the president of Entertainment Acquisition?
Good
Why
question.
is everybody a VP? Like, people would come in and they'd be the VP of something, but there's no president of something.
Yeah, that's weird.
Isn't Stuttering Craig at that event? He was. Was Tommy the president of everything? Like, he was like, I'm going to be the only president, and the rest of you guys are vice presidents?
It seems like that, like some kind of like weird complex he has. Nobody else can be president of anything. I'm president.
Yeah. But Chuck LaBella, I believe Chuck LaBella was brought in solely to try to land big YouTubers and big celebrities to show off the Amico, because gamers, as soon as they see a celebrity playing a game, that's it. We buy it instantly. It doesn't matter. You could put shit in a box, but if Michael Jordan is playing it, I'm all on. I'm all on board. Right?
Who is Chuck LaBella? Like, I only know him from this. Like, I don't know him.
He worked at NBC. He did The Apprentice.
Okay, yeah, right. Okay, I remember now.
Everyone was a VP, but no employees except for Brittany. Justice for Brittany, and she was cute.
Yeah, she was.
Your wife's. We're gonna hear a smack. Who's cute? She'll slap you right out of that hammock.
She will.
Because, like I mentioned, these things are so important, these partnerships and strategies that we have. And who is this person? Well, his name is Chuck LaBella.
Now, Chuck is an interesting one, as his history is more based around connecting famous people with famous TV shows. Essentially, he's your connection guy.
He was the vice president of NBC for 6 years.
Basically, if Amico ends up coming out and being a success, then this is the guy that's going to get it, I don't know, into whoever is popular at the time to promote it.
He could have had Will Smith slap Chris Rock with an Amico controller.
What's Kanye West gonna do?
I don't know. I don't think Kanye West is popular at the moment, so it's kind of weird that he did include Kanye West.
I wonder if it was a joke. I guess because Will Smith too is not popular right now. No one likes him because of that.
Yeah,
He's probably trying to be funny.
but if there was an Amico out, could you imagine? Amico could have brought Chris Rock and Will Smith back together.
Yeah, back couch co-op.
Couch co-op. It could have saved Kanye West, his family. Maybe Kim Kardashian wouldn't have left them if they had Amico at home.
I don't need to tell you that nothing ever came from this.
I want to bring it to the celebrity market in a big way, and I'm already thinking about how to get units into the celebrities' hands because I think they like it. And then I think it would just take off from there. I don't have examples of celebrities yet. I'm still working on that. I want to discuss with Tommy.
What celebrities? I don't know. I don't have examples of celebrities yet, but big ones, big celebrities, famous people,
big celebrities.
Kanye would be in if they did Blazing Blazers too.
Yeah.
What did Crab say there? I don't think he said anything.
Crab.
Does Tommy have a picture of Phil on the wall and stares at it for 2 or 3 hours a day? Say, "You're not CEO, it's me. I'm the CEO. You're fake."
I don't know, Tommy. Do you?
And by the way, these next clips that I'm about to show you are from an unlisted video from the Intellivision channel that are being sent to the Republic backers before the Republic campaign ended. In those clips, he confirms that they just surpassed 12 million on the website.
And we just surpassed 12 million commitment this morning.
Almost, but yeah, okay. He also confirms another part.
Well, actually, to be fair, see, Slopes missed this. He didn't check with me. He should have checked with me. It actually did go over 12, and then it went back down. Remember? Because we made fun of it because it had went up, and then he made the video, and then it went down. We're like, "Hi, it went back down after you made the video."
Somebody canceled.
Yeah.
Partnership. We got another big family license in Intellivision. We just signed with the Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh my God! I'm on board again. Why did I ever jump off the Amico train? Harlem fucking Globetrotters. I remember them guys. They were on the Scooby Doo.
Yes, they were.
They were also in Little Nicky. It's all part of the act.
They're still touring to this day.
Yeah. Did you know they actually did lose a few games to the Washington
Generals?
Yeah. I didn't think that was possible. I thought like it wasn't legit, but they actually did lose some games, and people were very pissed. Could you imagine going to a Harlem Globetrotters game and watching them lose?
I had the only time I'd ever remembered that they had lost one because they like screwed up at the end and didn't like score the basket to win the game or something. But that's the only thing I'd ever heard that they lost one. Yeah, that would suck. Why would you go to watch them lose?
So according to Google here, some reports say 6, while the team's official website reports having 3 victories over the Globetrotters, 1 each in 1954, 58, and 1971. The 1971 win is the most storied of these and is sometimes reported as the team's sole victory. So, yeah. 3 games. Some people say 6. I bet you there was more wins. Probably in the early days. I would imagine at the very beginning, like they were like trying to be more legit about it. Like,
yeah.
And then, by the time they got the act down packed, they probably was like, "Oh no, they're winning." Are they the WNBA?
Oh God.
The guys from Futurama. That's right. Yeah, they were on that too.
As stated, that Republic funding ended a couple of days after this video was posted. And by golly gosh, did this have an effect on the pro-Amico crowd. OG critic turned hardcore fanboy of the system and the man himself, Smash JT, invested $10,000 of his own money before the campaign ended and then uploaded a video to YouTube, which has now been delisted. Tommy then confirms that he has yet another grant, but this one is specifically for turning every game into an NFT. This confuses everyone. What does he mean that every game will be an NFT? When questioned about this, he responds,
I've never confirmed NFT.
Of course, it turns out that he actually had previously confirmed this, and
every one of our games, digital and physical, is an NFT. We even received a special technology grant because of it.
When confronted with this evidence, he finally replies,
I stand corrected. Looks like I did confirm NFT earlier this year. Smiley face.
Confused? To be fair, this part of the timeline is a little bit wonky, but it's the best I can do to show off how it went down. Heck, he even talks about it before all of this on Republic 2.
I think he meant NFC. and then it just became NFT.
Right.
Look, the important thing to take away from this is that, yes, every game will be a non-fungible token, and he has a grant for this specifically. We'll find out how this plays out a little later on. Further proof that he cannot take criticism, Tommy decides...
Funny Spice Up says they must really have hated the time they lost it. Let's give them a terrible show tonight. Yes, it's almost 10:30. We were always getting a part 5. There's no way we were going to get through this.
Oh yeah.
Well, we're competing with Rich to see how many who could have the longest reaction to Slopes' video. I think we're winning right now because Rich deviated and he went and did a reaction to something else.
Hell, there's still a possibility of a part 6. I mean, we've only gotten 26 minutes into this. We started at 2:30, didn't we?
He just snopes himself. Yeah, we did. Yes, we did. No, I think we started at 1:30.
No, it was 2:30.
No, it wasn't 2:30. Was it 2:30?
2 hours and 30 minutes. I think it was, dude.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was at the Mattel stuff. Yeah, it was at 2. Damn, you talk too much. That's what it is, Harry.
This starts off a Q&A on the unofficial Haterfield subreddit that isn't run by Intellivision.
This is the one that I started, and this is Tommy's entering the Lion's Den post. And oh my God, you missed it. You missed it. Slopes missed the greatest part of this. Do you know what the greatest part of this was?
What?
So when Tommy showed up here, right? If you look, it says right now, it says Disgrace Scammer as his little how do they call it? Title. You could put little titles on people, right? Mm-hmm. On Reddit. So you got your name, your Reddit account name, and then you can have a title, right? And so Tommy entered the Lion's Den. He's like, I'm gonna come here, blah 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 blah, right? So I put on his title, Steven Tyler's cousin. And he got so pissed. He got so pissed that he's like, if you don't change the title, I'm not replying here anymore. I'm going to leave. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll change it because I don't want people to be like, oh, he left because you did it.
Yeah.
To his credit, he does seem to answer the majority of the questions. He's just a tad moody, as you would expect.
I see Tommy Tellerico, Disgrace Scammer is the new title they gave him.
Or at least
and he was okay with that?
No, after he left, I think this is a recent because he went back.
Oh, yeah.
And Slopes went back to the thread to look up the stuff. So this is like the newest version of Tommy's
Scammer.
Still, the big question is, again, why would you ever do this?
Because he thought he was going to get over on us. There's Leo Diaz. Look at that. Stopped it just right.
Perfect. Did you see who he was talking about, too?
Yeah, because Tommy was talking about harassment. Let me slow it down.
Still, the big question
talking about our
is, again,
good friend Voldemort.
Why would you
man, look at all this.
Ever do this?
There's Leo. The working cuke, a Little Mermaid advocate.
This
is. That's when they said, Tommy, who's harassing you? Give us proof. He's like, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you.
Main wins of it. A mini preview from IGN of all places. Nice. Unfortunately, they report that the system still.
But it wasn't IGN. This is wrong. Slopes, you're wrong. What is this website here that I'm looking at? Anybody? Bueller?
I can't see anything.
Well, this says IGN right here. But if you know your timeline, pull out your Amico books, turn to page 523. As you can see, this is when they gave the Amico to IGN Middle East. That's right. This was on the IGN Middle East.
Yes, I remember.
Tommy tried to pass it off as IGN, the main site. Yes. This is actually a sister site, a smaller site with smaller amount of traffic. And it was actually, this is machine translated because it was originally written in Arabic.
Still has noticeable lag.
Due to the resistive touchscreen used on the controllers, it didn't feel quite responsive to the touch and introduced lag that really takes you out of the game.
Or at least they did at 11 a.m. when this article was posted, because at 3:16 p.m. someone had contacted IGN and somehow persuaded them to correct this misinformation.
Update. We've been notified that the lag was specific to the demo unit we tried and will not be present on retail units.
Of course, this wasn't good enough for the, let's call him the Willy Wonka wannabe, as by 10:48, another update came in.
According to the local rep.
And if you can see right here, it says recently IGN Middle East.
Yeah.
So in the screenshot you posted, Slopes, it literally tells you it's not the main IGN site.
I think this was around the time when I entered the scene, like about this time.
Yeah, and this is where they tried to blame the old firmware. It was old firmware. This could have been a segment in the Tommy is full of shat soup.
Yeah.
Tommy said he was going on G4 to do an Amico release announcement. Yeah.
Oh,
IGN
geez.
Middle East. Yeah, Aston's right. It was that off-brand IGN.
Didn't he have like a friend there or something too? Like, what didn't he have? Like,
yeah, that's why they got the thing changed.
Yeah.
Representative, the controller featured an older version of firmware, and because of it, didn't feel quite as responsive to the touch. Furthermore, improvements have already been made in current firmware builds and the final retail units.
Look, say what you want about Tommy, but he is one persuasive dude. Although not too clever, as he goes on yet another YouTube channel, OEB Pete, a channel with less than 2,000 subs, and uses this as the place to confirm that yes, the system will be delayed again. But
let's see who's in the chat here. We got Dan Ruff, don't know that. Back from the Dead, don't know him. Matt Myers, don't know him. UCM Rich, no idea. Rocket Worm is the person who runs the Earthworm Jim Wikia.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we got Snestastic, aka the Amico Kid, Geeks with Cash, Hayden Hogue, Lance Jennings.
Yeah, Wednesday. Wednesday, you'll see the update with the new date.
Also, this is footage from our channel, by the way.
Oh.
It literally says in the corner, the Geek Kid.
Oh yeah.
Because OEB Pete's channel's gone, and the only way he can get this was to take it when we watched the video.
Oh.
And I think some of you could probably guess what that might be. And
who the hell is that back there?
Tommy was just in the woods. It was just some random person walking in the woods. There's Ninja Kitty when he used to be on the shill side. Oh shit! I just doxed him. Never mind.
A lot of gameplay shots as well. So more gameplay footage. So
for some strange reason,
there it is, the shell.
There it is.
I told him he should have used the picture with my signature on it.
Then Tommy and Co put up an early prototype Amico shell that is signed by the team and it ends up going for $2,125. Actually, you know what? This is a really good thing because all of that money went to charity. You know what the funny thing about this is, though? You know who won the shell? It was Tony TGD.
That's me. I got mentioned again. The Amico shell, the Great Shell Saga.
How do you have it displayed?
Oh, it's just sitting on my shelf. I got Cyrus's book sitting inside of it.
You need to. If you do end up going to that one thing, you should take it with you.
Oh, you mean the Galloping Ghost or the other?
No, the other thing that you said you might go to.
Oh, too many games? I should.
Yeah.
Should take it. That's a good idea. But you know what? The Galloping Ghost, when we because you said you're coming here, right? In May?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's been postponed to June because Ninja Kitty can't come down till June.
Well, June is when the damn too many games is.
Well, we'll just plan it around. We'll plan it around it.
Fucking Ninja Kitty. I was gonna say so that we could have a team picture with the Amico shell.
Yeah.
Go to VGL. Have Tommy sign it again. Tony's not an Amico shell. He's an Amico shell. Yeah. What's funny is Slopes didn't include this. So I won the shell, right? For those of you who don't know, for those who are just tuning in out of curiosity, we got 37 people. Hit the like button. For those of you who are tuning in out of curiosity to find the extra insight, the director's cut, the director's commentary, if you will, on the Slopes video. So I won the show, and a couple weeks go by, I don't hear nothing. Nothing from the charity, nothing from Intellivision. A couple more weeks go by. No shell, no confirmation of address, nothing. So finally, I reach out to the charity and I say, hey, what's going on? I won this shell and I ain't got it, right? You ain't sending me nothing. They're ignoring me on Twitter. I sent a bunch of messages to Intellivision, and finally I get a response. Oh, it's coming. We're going to send it. We're sending it out now, right? Because I got a response from one of the guys I was friendly with at Intellivision, Dan. Amico Dan was his handle on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, "Hey, oh yeah, don't worry, we're getting it ready. We're packaging it up and sending it out." So eventually, I got it. I get the shell, and I make my little video of me stepping on the box, and people are very upset. Nick Richards was very upset about that because it looked like I had stepped on the shell, but I didn't. I just stepped on the box. So then, come to find out later from Retro Bro, Tommy wasn't going to send me the shell.
Of course not.
He literally was refusing to send it. I guess they had a fight with him and like pry it out of his fingers. Like, Tommy, look over there. Like, grab the shell, like threw it in the box. It's probably fucking Nick Richards is running. They're running through the fucking building and Tommy's chasing them. Give me back the shell.
Oh, man. God, they got to see the best stuff. The shills.
So, yeah. But eventually I got it. And it sits in a place of prominence on my shelf.
Tommy probably rubbed his nuts all over it.
Well, that makes two of us. Dip my balls in it. It's a little bath. I filled it up with champagne and then I just dipped my balls. But I mean, if there's a video, if there's like a movie, if there's like a made for TV, Amico movie, documentary, whatever, and there's like actors and real thing, I want that scene in there where they're fighting with Tommy. He's just like holding on to it. He's like, no, you can't have it. They're like, let it go, Tommy, let it go. And he's like prying it from him. It's like dragging him across the floor, trying to get the shell out of his hand.
Oh, man.
That's the scene I want from my cold dead hands. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
James said, I rubbed my nuts on a Virtual Boy once before shipping, but that's because the buyer was a real douche.
Nice.
I like how you invested the least, yet you have the most Amico out of everyone. No, DKC. He's got more Amico than me. Either way, I found it funny, amusing. That
that's
he was
great.
A charity thing that he was literally going to risk $2,000 to charity because he didn't want to give me a shell that I won legally.
AKA the Geek Getaway, AKA Amico's biggest hater, AKA the leader of the gaming racists.
The leader of the gaming racist. It says that on my Twitter bio now. I don't know if you know. If you go to Twitter, my profile literally says Tony TGD, Frog Crown, leader of the gaming racist.
It does.
So it must be true.
Yeah.
You can't make this up. Tommy gives a confusing interview with
Naomi Kyle, she got fat. I don't know why I had to mention that, but she got huge. Like, she just exploded.
Recently?
Yeah. Also, apparently she started like an OnlyFans and like was like modeling pictures, but then like got really lazy and didn't actually take any pictures. It was just collecting money from people.
Oh my God.
Then being an asshole about it. No, not thick. She got big. She got like two. She like doubled in size. Tommy holding onto the shell like Gollum falling into Mount Doom.
GN Middle East, where he states all of the usual stuff we've heard multiple times, but also says that
90% plus of our games have never been seen or played on any other system or platform and have been created specifically for our very unique controller.
Okay, Tommy.
90% of our games that are not the ones that we played.
90+%.
90+% of our games. Then right in this little section, right here, he whispered, that are not the ports that we got from other systems. Have never been seen or played.
Yeah.
Okay. He also claims that the Switch has no edutainment games, which of course isn't true. Just like his claim that
Yeah, the Switch has all kind of edutainment. That's just a sampling.
hasn't been a Sesame Street game or a Care Bear game in the last 20 years.
That's also untrue. Hell, the Care Bear game that he's porting to the Amico existed.
Again,
right.
Not true, especially considering the games he showed off. Yeah, I haven't told you this, have I? Remember those Care Bear games and Sesame Street games he showed off back in August of 2020? Turns out those games are far from exclusive. In fact, here they are right here, guys. You can actually go and play these Amico games right now by going to the Sesame Street Flash website, which is where this footage was taken from. In another world, in another timeline, the Amico is a success and you are paying for free Flash games. Back over on the Atari Age forum, Tommy says that he's going to be working with Netflix on a documentary based on all of the mess leading up to the Amico's release. I'm guessing he kind of doesn't want that to happen anymore. My bad.
We need that documentary.
I wonder if did Tommy justify like that shit, like having those Sesame Street games on there because it was like, oh, it's family friendly. You can get on the Amico. You don't have to get on the evil computer and internet. Like that was probably his justification in his mind.
No, he just didn't think that any of us were going to notice because.
Well, that too. But like if he was going to like try to like rationalize why he did it, that would have been probably his excuse.
No, because he said he was redoing. He literally, like, Slopes missed this, right? So when he got called out for the Sesame Street stuff,
yeah.
Do you want to know what his excuse was?
What was it?
Tommy literally said, and I shit you not, and I wish I'll try to dig up the post if I remember, but Tommy literally said, not literally because I'm paraphrasing here, but Tommy said to the effect of, well, I'm going to get the original Sesame Street voices to voice the characters, and I'm going to.
Oh my god! Really?
That's why it'll be different because it'll be the classic Sesame Street that you grew up with.
Oh my god!
I think most of those people are dead. So.
It was Jim Henson the voice of any of those?
I think it was a voice of a couple. The dead ones, exactly. He was going to get Mr. Hooper to show up. like I don't. That man, he don't think before he talks. That's what I'm saying. Also, this is where this whole Sesame Street thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me go back here. So this whole Sesame Street thing. This is where I knew that Pat and Ian were cheating off of my homework. Okay. Because when the Sesame Street thing came out, now I want you to pay attention to some stuff.
By going to the Sesame Street Flash.
All right. So you see this? These are the 4 games that are on the Sesame Street.
Mm-hmm.
Big Bird's Basketball, Counting with the Count, Cooking with Cookie, and Cookies. However, the 2 Cookie Monster games were never identified by anybody outside of myself and Pat as being 2 different games. Everyone thought it was only 3 games because the Cookie Monster games they thought were the same game. Because obviously he's cooking the cookies, right? That's what everybody thought. But no, it's actually 2 different games. And I reported on that. And that report got put on AmicoGames.com. And then a couple days later, the CU podcast recorded. And wouldn't you know it, they correctly identified that there was 4 Sesame Street Flash games and not 3. And I'm not saying that Pat, who has no children, would know this off the top of his head the way I would.
Right.
Who has children or a child anyway.
Netflix on a documentary based on all of the mess leading up to the Amico's release. I'm guessing he kind of doesn't want that to happen anymore. My bad. And then shortly after, we get possibly the cringiest E3 presentation ever. A 10-minute compilation of footage we've already seen, including those Flash-based Sesame Street and Care Bear titles. But what stands out like a sore thumb the most at this point are the...
Are Tommy's 5 minutes of talking about himself? Oh, no.
OCT, super happy QVC-like images of families clapping hands and having very fake...
That's Hans's family and the kids' friends.
times with the console. Now, granted,
Really?
this in itself isn't
Yes.
really worth moaning about. After all, Nintendo does it all the time. What's damning, though, is that they are so obviously not playing on an Amico.
That's actually not what's damning to me. To me, what was damning is not the fact that they photoshopped Amico controllers.
Yeah.
What was damning is that the thing is set to be launched in October, and they still haven't shown off any product. You would think by this time, at the E3 presentation, they would have had actual controllers for these people to hold, right?
You would think.
But they didn't. They had to resort to photoshopping controllers. That was always like, why are you photoshopping controllers if you have controllers and you have people that can hold controllers, right?
Wasn't people trying to defend it, like saying like this is what stock footage is for, stock photos and stuff?
Yeah, that's what Smash said.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, Tommy says what you're saying is Pat and Ian were right all along about Sesame Street. Yeah, because they copied from me. Pat might have relatives with kids. He might, but I'm pretty sure it's not.
His sister, I think his sister might have kids.
Pat and Ian were 250% right.
These are averagely edited, photoshopped images taken straight from a typical photo bucket-like service. One of the first people to bring this to the attention of the masses was one Sam Makovic.
It says, I finally looked into this, and sure enough, Tommy Tallarico and Intellivision blatantly photoshopped their unreleased new game system over stock photos of other companies' controllers during last week's E3 presentation. This wasn't hard to confirm.
From Ars Technica over on Twitter, whilst Tommy hinted that a fourth delay may be on the card.
See, again, it wasn't so much that they used Photoshop, right? It was like they used Photoshop, but they never had real controllers in anyone's hands.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, Nintendo does it, right? But Nintendo controllers exist. We can go to the store and get that product. We were still doubting that this was coming out at this point, right? So it was like, why are you photoshopping? Is there a problem with the delay? And turns out,
yeah, I remember thinking too, like, why not just have? Why even at this point, when you're this, so many people are judging you. Why even do shit like this? Like, just how hard would it be to get some kids and take a picture? They had the controllers. I mean, they've shown the controllers. Like, why even do this? Just bring more negativity on yourself.
No, sir. If you look closely at Hans's family playing the cornhole, you can see the controllers are on. Yeah.
Of course, they're not.
One of them says, just being fair, I want to bash Pat as much as anyone. Yeah, I understand. But Pat started mentioning Amico games, and Amico games would link my stuff. It was a weird cycle. I would point things out, and then it would be pointed out on the next CU podcast in almost an identical manner.
I like Pat, though.
Tommy says, this is around the time I started to think it was never coming out. Yeah. I'll tell you what, for being the biggest hater of the Amico, for being the leader of the gaming racist, there were some moments along this journey that I was like, I might be wrong. You know, I don't think, like, you cannot be lying this blatantly. Like, it might just come out, right? And it just never did. Again, I want it to come out. I want to see people play it. I want to see what happens, what the reactions are. You know, does it live up to the hype?
Absolutely.
That last factoid came off the back of both Sam and Tommy.
Quick answer to your question, though. We have till the end of July to source the missing and scarce components to manufacture. Same thing every company's going through. We started securing last November. We hope to begin production by July. It is somewhat out of our hands by this time. See, this contradicts the stuff that they said last year or the previous year. In 2020, they were still coming out in April because they had everything, right? So then how were you confident last year to come out in April, and then in June, you're not even sure if you're coming out in October? Tommy, what happened, Tommy? Doesn't make no sense. Some things are not adding up. Also, why is he from Lake Tahoe?
Battling out publicly on Twitter, and of course, having other people jump on board to Tommy's defense.
Okay, I gotta make a video on this. So apparently my guy, Tommy Tallarico, is using stock photos to
Photoshop Intellivision controllers into the hands of gamers in these stock photos. And apparently it's just some sort of gigantic revelation, a huge gotcha moment with Intellivision that they're photoshopping stock photos.
It wasn't a huge gotcha moment. It was just a little like, this is curious. Shouldn't the thing be out? And then you guys turned it into this huge gotcha. Tommy turned it into a huge gotcha. Instead of just letting things go. Right?
Because they wanted to try to make us look stupid. It's like, look at how they had to turn it into something big for their shill fan base to see, to make fun of us.
You tell them, Smash JT. I mean, Tommy could have went to homeless shelters and paid off some kids to smile for his bids and picks.
Guys, that's what stock photos are for.
Yet again, it's something that Tommy
Yes,
should have
that was the
stopped
part.
doing. He wasn't fighting a hater here. He was fighting a journalist that he wound up so much that whilst Intellivision was uploading yet another sizzle reel that, hold up, isn't this almost exactly the same video as they uploaded in 2019? Now,
slightly different filter on it.
I've really got no idea why they would do this.
Different filter, and I think a frame or two different on the reveal stuff.
Yeah.
They uploaded in 2019. Now, just with different grades.
Yeah, see, the graphics are different, and then this is different.
Mm-hmm.
I believe this is a Goose video, by the way, that he's clipping here.
Is it?
I've really got no idea why they would do this. Anyway, Sam was investigating. And what did he find? He found a backdoor to Intellivision's developer portal just by Googling, which was accidentally left open public.
Okay, so Slopes has addressed this in the comments because he has a pinned comment saying, hey, tell me everything I got wrong. So, more info. Sam from Ars Technica did not find a developer portal by Googling on his own. He discovered it after an unknown user, possibly April, searched via DuckDuckGo. This information was then shared in a now deleted Classic Gaming Discord server. Okay, so I was there. Okay, I have intimate knowledge of what happened here. Okay, so this user, April, she wanted a picture of the Amico controller, right? So she was Googling and she has DuckDuckGo, right? She DuckDuckGo'd Amico controller, and there was an image of a controller that she had never seen before in DuckDuckGo, right? She clicked it. She clicked the image, and you know how it says like take you to the website and go to the website. Turns out it was the developer portal. Somehow, the developer portal was completely open. Like the first page of the developer portal says, "Hey, you need a password," right? But every other page was accessible if you had the link to it.
Weird.
And because DuckDuckGo had indexed the pictures and everything, you can get to that, and then you can get to the index page of the developer site, right, and look at all the stuff. So she finds all this, and she brings it into Discord. She goes, "Hey, look what I stumbled on!" Right. So of course everybody's going crazy, and I go, "Hey, maybe we shouldn't be sharing this, right?" So I understand. I understand. We will, this is information. We all want it, right? But this is a fuck up that really we shouldn't be capitalizing on, right? Like, this is not the way to win, right? This is not how we win, right? We're not supposed to see this. This is not for our eyes, right? Of course, everybody's like, "No, Tony, you're an idiot. Shut up." So I'm like, whatever, right? So I actually reached out to Cyrus. I said, Cyrus. At this time, me and Cyrus weren't really friendly, right? But I said, Cyrus. I said, you gotta let Tommy know that the developer portal is open, right? Because they're sharing, people are sharing the developer portal. He's mad. He's like, "What the fuck?" What? He gives me this like attitude. I'm like, "Dude, I'm trying to help you out here. I'm like, I just need you to tell Tommy this thing." So he's all mad. Like he didn't want to deal with me. Which is understandable, right? I don't want to deal with me half of the time. So no shade on Cyrus. I understand. If I messaged me in the middle of the night, I'd probably be aggravated with myself. So then I reached out to Dan from Intellivision. I messaged him and I said, "Hey, the developer portal's open. Here's the link, blah, 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 blah," and gave him all the information. But he obviously wasn't around because it was nighttime when it happened. So he didn't get it until the morning. So yes, the biggest hater actually tried to contact Intellivision to let them know that their developer portal was open and that people were looking at it. That's how much of a scumbag I am.
And they didn't want to listen.
They didn't want to listen. No one was there to listen to me. A win is a win. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. That's what I hear. But it had everything in there. Everything. Including Lodi McLagface. Lodi McLagface. The mascot that wasn't really a mascot, but that Tommy says, hey, I'm going to strike your channel if you show this, even though it's not a big deal. But apparently it was. It had all these specs. It told you what the controller and everything was equivalent to. The technology was woefully outdated, and it was terrible. It's terrible. And this is the infamous legal incoming from Tommy Tellerico.
Yes.
Tommy should have had a Dell. He should have.
Publicly and without a password for a small amount of time, but long enough for people to get in, and archive.org to back everything up.
So archive.org backed it all up, but then Tommy threatened archive.org to have it all removed. So it was all removed from archive. Not before some industrious folks downloaded an entire zip file.
Well done.
Not me. Not me. I didn't do it. I'm just saying. Also, I know you got to go. We're at the 2-hour mark.
We're at the 2-hour mark. Yeah. I think it's a good stopping point.
This is so at 3 hours and 2 minutes and 59 seconds. We're going to go ahead and stop part 4. Guys, take a rest.
Part 5 right around the corner. We do it tomorrow. I should be able to stream tomorrow.
Sounds good. 7 o'clock tomorrow. I don't have to wait for Sidekick Max to come home, so because he's already home.
Yeah, let's do it.
So 7 o'clock, 7:05. I always like to start at 05. Wrestling fans know why. 7:05 on your dial. We'll be back to continue our journey. Who knows? Maybe we'll make it another 10 minutes.
Hey,
1 Inch Biceps says no. Streaming tomorrow is prohibited. That's right. 1 Inch Biceps' show is tomorrow. That's In Your Head Wrestling Radio.
Oh.
And that's
then
what
we'll
he does.
go
his
Wednesday
podcast.
then.
You want to really wait? Wednesdays is Forever Amico. We can't do it on Wednesday.
Oh, well, no. Are we going to compete with his thing? I don't care. We'll do it.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
just kidding. All right. Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow then.
We'll be back tomorrow, 7:05 Central Standard Time. Make sure to hit a like on the way out. Tip your servers. And as always, love, peace, booty grease. We out this bitch.